What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to part 5 of the Suzuki GSXR 600 Rebuild. The bike is not in my garage right now, but it is in my van, which is right outside. I just got done picking the bike up from the dealership. I had to take it there to get that front brake master recall done. That recall has been completed. That took about a week and a half. Had to wait for the part to come in, but we are all set now. So I'm gonna bring the bike in here and we are gonna start this process back up again and get this bike going. Let's do this. All right, so here she is back in action, back from getting a little surgery done on the front. So this is actually the new front brake master right here. Now, the reason why Suzuki had a recall on these front brake masters is because originally the hose, instead of connecting to the top right here, the old one would connect on the side. Actually, I've got this one over here. So if you can see down there, the hose, it's kind of hard to see, but the hose actually mounts from the side, and on the new ones it mounts from the top. And with that top mount position, it allows for, if there's any gases that are created from the brake fluid in the system, it allows those gases to, freely flow up and out of the system, where when it was originally on the right side, kind of horizontal, some of those gases would get trapped and it could cause, your brakes to malfunction. So that's the reason for the recall, and that's why Suzuki is basically just, putting a whole new front brake master on these bikes. And this one, if you remember, my brake fluid reservoir was originally damaged, so they got a new one on there for me too, so that's awesome. That's one less thing that I have to worry about. If you're wondering why I have this blue tape on the rims, that's because I put that on there because I didn't want my new rim to get damaged from, them taking the calipers off if they had to at the dealership. So these are the old rotors the new ones that I bought, but the new ones that were used that are actually still bent. So I have to return these, and I have my new set of rotors right there. So that's one of the first things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the wheel off, return these old rotors and get that set of new rotors on the bike, and then hopefully that'll settle our front end on the bike. From there, I'm going to work on getting that tank primed. It's basically 100% ready for getting primed. Once I lay the primer on there, I'll be able to see any real minor imperfections that are kind of hard to tell right now with that body work that's on there. So I'll get that primered. We'll wrap things up with the tank, and then I'll start slapping some fairings on this bike, and we can really start to see how this thing's gonna come together. So yeah, that's where we're at, that's where we're going. Let's do this thing. So there we go, I've got these new rotors on there. These actually look a lot better than the original ones that I had on there, so I'm very pleased with how that looks. Nice and clean, nice and new. Plus they are stopping really good, so that's awesome. Now, one thing that I think you guys are gonna notice that you're probably gonna put in the comments, I've seen you guys do it before in previous videos. Now, I thought the same thing previously. If you're looking at the tire tread, it looks like it's reversed. Now, I've had some people pop in the comments before and say, hey, your tire's mounted backwards. Why is that? You should probably switch it. This is actually mounted the correct way. Now, if you look if you look on the sidewall of the tire, there's this little arrow here. It's pointing forward. So you know it's gonna go with the rotation of the tire, which is correct. And also, if you look on the rim, there's a little, let's see if you can see that. There's that little arrow right there. So it's showing that the rotational direction of the rim should be this way. Now the reason why the tire tread looks backwards as opposed to the rear tire, now this looks like it's going the right way, you know, to divert water away from the center of the tire as you're going forward. Now the thing with the front tire is the front tire serves a completely different purpose from the rear tire. Now the front tire, the most force that's acting on the tire is happening when you're slowing down. So the reason why the tire tread is like this is because when you're slowing down, all that force is pushing forward on the bike. So specifically in wet conditions, if you're riding on a wet road, you're trying to slow down, you're jamming on that front brake, trying to slow down really quick. You've got all this force coming forward, and if there's any rain that's collecting on your tires, all that force going forward is gonna bead that water away from the center of the tire, so that way you have a nice dry patch and you can brake more efficiently and slow down without, you know, gliding over water and hydroplaning. So that's the purpose of having the front tire tread in this pattern. Now, honestly, when I first saw tires like that, I'm like, well, why are they mounted backwards? That's the reason why. So hopefully you guys will know for the future when you see my tires mounted on my bikes this way that, you know, this is the correct way, and, you know, hopefully I can inform you to, you know this for in the future. So enough of that little lesson on the front tire. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be moving on to the tank. I'm gonna be getting this ready for primer, and that's the next thing I'm gonna do. It's starting to get a little bit late here at the shop, so I'm gonna be moving on to that tomorrow. So I'm gonna do a little transition here, and we're gonna skip forward to tomorrow. Alright guys, so I got the tank primed now. I wanted to do that just so I can kind of get rid of some of the color variations between like the black and then the different shades for the bodywork where that filler went in. And it actually looks pretty decent right now. There's a couple small spots, like I don't know if you can see right there. There's like a little low spot right there that I have to address. And then there's a bunch of little pinholes and stuff that I got to go in and fill. And I think right here is raised up a little bit. Yeah, you can kind of see that shadow there, right in there. So I'm gonna go forward with, you know, just kind of finishing that up, and then we will switch over to getting that base coat on, and then next is gonna be the clear, and this tank should be wrapped up soon. So it has been a couple days since I finished getting the tank cleared. I went through first, primed it, filled in a couple of those spots that I needed to, laid the primer on, did the base coat, did the clear, and this turned out really nice. Again, I'm gonna say that I'm no bodywork or paint specialist. I am just, learning as I go, and this turned out actually really nice. So I'm very happy with how this turned out. A little side note, where I got the paint, this is actually a color matched OEM paint. I got it from colorright.com. They are not sponsoring the video at all. That's just where I got the paint and the clear. They sold it as a kit. It was pretty much enough for, to do one tank, and this turned out really nice. So really good if you're looking to paint some stuff yourself and you don't want to spend an arm and a leg. So I think all in all, the kit was like 80 bucks. So again, I'm very happy with how this turned out. So next, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna slap some of these brackets on. We have the tank mounting bracket here. That's gonna go right there. After that, I'm gonna put the fuel pump on the tank, and then we're gonna mount this back onto the bike, get the bike fired back up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start putting some more fairings on the bike, probably the tail fairing first, and I'm going to put that front fender on also, and we're gonna start buttoning this thing up. Guys, doesn't she sound so good? And she's looking even better right now. We've got these fairings starting to get together on here. looking really good. This tank is matching that silver and blue with those fairings, really nice. I'm very pleased with that. We've finally got to hear the exhaust for the first time, so that's sick. And you know, this is getting together, this is getting real close to being finished. So one last thing I want to do is I want to give a shout out to our latest Patreon supporters for this channel. We have Nathan, Chris, Antoine, Anthony, and Joel. Those guys are the latest supporters, and that brings us up to 22. Once we get 3 more supporters on the Patreon page, we're going to be giving away the exhaust from the GSXR Rebuild. After that, once we finish that giveaway from this bike, I'm also going to be giving away parts from each rebuild from now on. So if you guys want to win some parts from these bikes, you can head over to the Patreon page, help support this channel, help get some free stuff for you guys also. Again, a shout out for NT Fairing for helping me out with this build. You can head over to their website, and if you guys decide to get a fairing kit from them, you can use promo code RKM at checkout, and that'll save you $20 off your purchase price from any fairing kit on their website. So thank you guys again for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace!